So, I have a lot of experience in Rocket League. 2.5k hours, Mick, isn't that a lot? Yes, it is. So you might be wondering, do you even have a life or friends? Ahaha. No. So today I will take you inside of my mind and explain my thought process. You're telling me 0% of you guys are subscribed?
Bruh.
Quick disclaimer, this video is different to my other videos. This one is more educational than funny, so it's a bit of a longer video, but I hope you learn something. And also, I don't think everything I do is correct. I just showed you my thought process. Enjoy the video. Alright, game 1. As you can see, my teammate is taking the kickoff, and I decide to not follow it because I don't really like it. So my teammate wins the kickoff, but then as you can see, he's gonna lose the fight to the boost. So what this means is that my teammate is out of boost. They both are 100. So my teammate most likely wants a big boost. I don't know why this one is here, because I just took it. It's probably glitched. So he's gonna go all the way around probably to that back right boost. It's nothing bad because I have a lot of control and a lot of space here. No one is in my way, so I can just take it slow, which is what I'm gonna do, so I can give my teammate time to get that full boost. I make a soft touch there so I don't hit the ball too far away from me, so I still have control. Now I decide to pop it up because I see that both Matthias and Pura are still really far away. Now at this moment, I recognize that the left side of the goal is not covered at all. Pura rotated like this. He probably wanted himself to be better positioned because now he has to make an arc with aerial. But as you can see, Matthias hasn't rotated yet, so the left side of the goal is completely open. So all I have to do is just hit it left, or sort of left. He was in an awkward position anyways, and we end up being 1-0 up. Alright, so my teammate is going for the second kickoff as well and wins it. But Matthias, however, followed up, so I have to watch out. He probably has around 30 boost. We can actually check. 37, yeah. Because he got some pads, but he also couldn't pick up too many because he followed the kickoff. He got a bad first touch. And normally when someone is coming at you like this, it's better to shadow defense, but not for too long because I am really far away from the net. It is right over there. From his POV, he can probably just shoot it. So I knew he was instantly gonna shoot it, so I just tried to block it, and it worked. He actually got quite a bad shot, which was lucky for me, and I got the 50 to my teammate. Here Pura beats my teammate to the ball, and I probably should have let my teammate hit it, but I actually went for it because, I don't know, I'm a chaser. No, but really, as you can see, Pura is going for the other direction and Matthias is rotating back, so I just wanted to hit it back into this corner so I could take control. My teammate understands and goes under me, so props to him. I actually get beaten to the ball and also see my teammate driving forward. So he's completely out of the play if this ball gets past me. And it does. So what do I do now? Am I gonna wait and hope my teammates can rotate? So as you can see, he's already rotating. But if he ends up driving like this, he's gonna be awkward over here, and if I don't go for it fast, the ball might have already been set up for Matthias, who is also pretty far away. But if you're actually over here, you can't see that because he's behind you. So I just instantly go for it again, and it worked. It both surprised Pura and Matthias. Oh, sorry, Pura and my teammate. So right here, Matthias gets good control over the ball, and it is really important to not panic. I heard my teammate jump, so that's why I decided to not go for it and let him touch the ball. and that worked. So a couple of 50s happened and we played pretty good in defense, and now I'm still out of boost picking up pads. And I know this big boost is gonna spawn soon, but don't wait too long for it. So here I originally thought Pyrrha was gonna chase the ball and commit again, so this pop was so I could pop it over him. He didn't go for it, so I just took control. Then Pyrrha changed around, so I just quickly flicked so I could at least take one opponent. So getting demoed is always an important situation because your teammate is left alone at that point. I see a lot of people getting demoed and then go to the boost, which is not something you want to do unless you really have a lot of time. But most of the time, if you get demoed, it is really important to instantly go back into the play instead of getting that corner boost. So always be aware of demos. Check around you and listen to the sound, because I heard Matthias driving at supersonic speed and I also saw him coming here, so I went out of the way so he couldn't demo me again. That was just a lucky pinch, to be fair. But it did work out. Alright, kickoff number 3. So I do like to follow up this kickoff, because most of the times you always get a 50 which ends up being close to you. My teammate got a bad touch here, as you can see. I was following it up that if he did give a pass to the middle, I would be there, but instead he kind of touched it to the left to our side, so I just half flipped and then rotated back. Sometimes teammates tend to turn around here and re-challenge, but this time my teammate didn't, so I just went for it to give us some space. The reason I hit it to the left here is because I know my teammate is there, because I just saw him going there. So Matthias went for the ball, which I didn't think was smart because his teammate is already in the corner. Now we're all 4 in one corner. It only takes one clear, and it's most likely gonna be a goal for us. Unfortunately, my teammate gets an unlucky touch, not on net, but it's fine. If you see your opponent going up the wall, there's 2 things you can do. You can just let him go up and go around you, and you just fake challenge and go back, and most of the times you're just gonna end up riding along the wall, and then your teammate would be around here and he could go up for that. But my teammate is, as you can see, pretty far in their half, so I probably should have fake challenged and give my teammate some time to rotate, but I just took the gamble and saw his bad first touch, so I know I could make him make it difficult for him, or at least get a 50, and I got the 50. It's not a good one, but it's enough. It is good enough to give my teammate time to rotate. So my teammate is demoed here, and that's why I back off right now. I don't just instantly go for it, because at this point my teammate is not respawned yet, and maybe he's going for the boost. I don't know. So I'm just taking it safe and go for shadow defense. He's going to the wall, which I don't think is smart, but it worked for us. Tried to steal his boost, but I couldn't. So my teammate takes the boost there, which is completely fine because he got demoed and probably spawned at that position. So now I'm just gonna pick up pads in the hope to stay around 30 boosts, which is more than enough. My teammate gets to 50 and I can just take the ball here. I got a bad first touch. I didn't think the guy was gonna be there, So I hit it up, then saw him and knew I had to go. I had to follow up my touch immediately or he would get an easy touch. I didn't get the best touch, but it worked. So here I'm just shadowing because my teammate still has to rotate around. If I would go here and I'd get outplayed, my teammate would be in a very uncomfortable position. So I just shadow around, then see he is about to flick it. So this is the moment where you want to challenge, because at this point he can't flick because he still doesn't have control over the ball, and which is what I do. He panic flicked and didn't get it over me, and I get the touch. So that really depends on your on the situation, by the way. If he does if he can get a flick or can get it around you, just shadow defense. You will learn over time when to challenge and when not. So my teammate got the 50 here and it went up fast to the ceiling. At this point I already read the bounce and know where the ball is gonna go. It is gonna go somewhere right here where I drew this line. So Matthias is also there and now I see him going up. He might be closer to the ball, but I have a lot more momentum. So I know I'm gonna beat him to the ball, and all I have to do is hit it around him to make it awkward for them. My teammate wasn't there, which was unlucky, but we still scared them a bit. So Pura had two options here. He either had the option to pass, because Matthias was in a good position to actually shoot. So always keep that in mind and don't just guess. He got the touch and it was way too far for Matthias to actually go for it, so I just got an easy clear. I take my time here because I saw Matthias wasn't challenging, and then I thought I saw him stop a bit, like break, so he was gonna challenge, so I just tried to flick it around him, but he ended up not going, so that was a good fake challenge by him. And that it ended up being awkward for them because he got an unlucky clear and my teammate beat the other guy. So what is happening now? Matthias is in net, and he's very awkward. Their teammate is out of the play and my teammate is in goal. So this looks like an easy goal, right? But if I miss, the chances of us getting scored on are really high. So I have to do this well. I see Matthias going up and he has covered this part of the net. I don't have a good touch, so what I did is I tried to hit it around him so my teammate could maybe turn around and then score, because I couldn't shoot it well enough. And it worked. Kickoff number 4. Communication is really important when it comes to kickoff. You don't want to double commit on a kickoff already. Yeah, that's just casual stuff, you know. Alright, so no, let's break down what happened here. So Matthias got the ball around me, but I see that my teammate is going to be earlier to the ball than Pura, because he is awkward and has to turn around. So I'm just taking the guess and try to steal their back boost, which wasn't there. Fine. Then Matthias tried demoing me, and I knew that this shot wouldn't be in, so I had to do something, and it worked out. And then they left the game, and that was game 1. Alright, game 2. Now this time it's me who's taking the kickoff, and as you immediately see, I speed flip into the ball. So I speed flip once here to gain a lot of momentum and always be able to boost, and then flip into the ball to get the 50. I think this kickoff method is very important, and that you should at least learn how to do 2 flips in your kickoff, because you'll be a lot faster. So what happened here is that I saw my teammate that he was pretty far away from this ball. He actually ended up missing it, so I just went for the guess and got the save. As I said, it's really important to not panic in defense. Tactical whiff?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
What happened there is that my teammate made it pretty awkward for me by getting this awkward touch. He was in an awkward position, so I don't blame him. But Abyss now has a lot of control over the ball. So what I do is challenge early in the hope to make it easier for my teammate. I didn't get the touch, but I kind of blocked his action and it worked. So we were pretty lucky the guy missed. My teammate was a bit too greedy going for the boost there and should have just picked up the pads and get back into the net. But as I said, we were lucky that he missed. This was just good defense overall by us. We could have challenged earlier here. I personally thought my teammate would go up for this, but he didn't. So I just hit it to the side here in the hope my teammate could follow it up, and he missed, which is fine. He was instantly gonna shoot. He also could have passed, but I hope my teammate would have been there. My teammate doesn't trust me, which is kind of a bad thing because he also went for this ball, which I don't really understand because if he did right, let's say he does end up hitting the ball will most likely go into this direction because of the momentum of Alex here. So then Abyss would have been there and probably would have been able to score. So that is why I went for it, and I luckily won the 50. And now we get the clear. So this is not always a good thing to do because my teammate is still very upfront, and I got a really bad shot here. I got a really bad angle and I probably should have shot it better. It was a very soft touch and they can just take control. Luckily he didn't get the best touch and we could move on. But let's say you get you want to go for the shot and you get a bad shot, or you know you're gonna get a bad shot and you're gonna get scored on. Just don't go for it. If there's ever a situation where you're unsure whether to go for the ball or not, if it's too risky or not, don't go for it. Play it safe. It is not worth it. Getting a hit on goal but not a good one and then getting scored on the counter because your teammate isn't back and neither are you because you went for the shot. The reason why I didn't go for this is because I knew that Abyss was going to know that I know that I was going to go for it. So I know that he was going to go for it because he knew I was going to go for it. But so that's why I didn't go for it. You understand? Flip resets are a thing. Yes. So this guy goes for the reset. And at this point, I know he can still do anything he wants with the ball. That's why I rotated back into the net. And if he gets a good touch, he can still outplay my teammate and get a shot on net. Lucky for us, he gets a bad touch and my teammate wins the 50. So here I see that my teammate just completely misses the ball. But I know that I'm going to beat Alex to this ball. So I just still go for it. We end up being in a rule 1 because learn the rules. Obey rule number 1. Isn't it great how the toxic community sometimes just comes together like this and have a rule 1 for over a minute? Unlucky. So I follow on this kickoff, and as you can see, Alex accidentally double jumps. So you always want to pay attention, but my teammate didn't realize, don't know how, and he still ends up hitting the ball into Alex. What he probably should have done is at least hit the ball to the right to kind of surprise them. So what I would be doing is flipping the other way I always flip the other way anyways. He flips around the right, and I would flip around the left, so I kind of get that he shot it into him. That's just personal preference, which way you flip. So this is why you don't panic in defense. Alex just went away from the ball, and as you can see, Abyss is not here yet, and he's not going for it either. So I can just take control of the ball and then horribly fail, because I'm bad. They get an unlucky touch there, and it's just a free goal. Again, the speed flip in the kickoff. So I probably could have done better here. All I wanted to do is hit it around Abyss, but unlucky for me, I had a lot of momentum and I really hit it into the corner. But sometimes you don't always have to go for the 50. If you realize you can hit it around him, it might not instantly be a goal, but always do it, because you at least outplayed one of the enemies. Alex ends up rotating back in time, so props to him. So I think I have a lot of time here, because Alex is really far away and I can just pop the ball up, go up the wall, and I follow up my touch, which is what I end up doing. But this is a mistake by me, because I end up popping up the ball way too high and Alex beats me to it. Luckily my teammate is there, but now he is in a 2v1 and I'm at a completely different side of the field, not even there. So it's this point, it's my fault. And we get scored on because of it. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to make more of these kind of videos. And thanks for watching.
Maybe we will go, give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go. Tomorrow we build. Depends on the future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will go, give up the ego. Making it feel good.